Next one is, I'm a 19-year-old guy and I've been quite shy and quite quiet most of my life.
That's Charlie.
Within the last few years, I've been trying to become an overall more charismatic person. Currently, I found after watching your videos, I'd start to implement the habits until I'd quickly feel embarrassed for acting so different to what I'm usually like. This mostly happens around my family. As an example, I'd really love to be more comedic, but doing things like acting out my jokes, making bigger gestures, and doing impressions to make the jokes land better make me feel particularly embarrassed and fake when doing it around my family.
Yep.
I feel almost as though I'm faking it and just being weird and not my normal self. I think this is because for so long, I've been shy and quiet and never really fully confident, charismatic, or super comedic. So trying to be charismatic around the people who know me as just shy makes me feel fake. My question is, how can I start to implement more charismatic habits without feeling embarrassed, weird, or like I'm faking it in front of my family?
Really good question. I can tell you what I did. It was study abroad and get away from anyone who knew me. And the freedom to reinvent yourself when there's no expectation, it'll blow your mind. Mm-hmm. But if I tried to go back to a family reunion and do that, it would not have worked.
But now you can do it.
Yes. But there are still times when someone will see me and they'll be shocked at how different I am, and I can feel the beginnings of that, like, oh God, I'm supposed to be a certain way. But because I'd had a long enough runway abroad, I came back and I was like, this is familiar to me now, and even if it's not familiar to you, this is the case.
Yeah.
So creating a space for yourself that is separate. You're 19. I mean, truly, study abroad might be the right thing for you. Pick somewhere that doesn't have a ton of coronavirus. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I joined a fraternity.
Yeah.
I went to college. I went to college 30 minutes from my family, but I made it clear that they were not supposed to come all the time. You know what I mean? Because I also wanted to have my space. And I think that you're at a great age for that. I went and joined a fraternity, specifically of people who were the type of people I wanted to be like.
And
you know
we're encouraging that behavior in you.
So for instance, I wanted to be more charismatic. I wanted to live this Van Wilder life. If anyone knows that movie, that was not my life in high school at all. I was considered straight edge. I was considered a nerd. And so when I got to college, I was like, okay, I can go and just go to the people I gravitate to in terms of who seems most like who I was in high school, or I can go spend time with these people who seem most like who I want to be. And so I picked the fraternity that had people that I admired and wanted to be around because they were fun, and also who inspired me to be more charismatic, such that when I was working on my charisma, which was at this exact moment, and I was becoming louder and gesticulating more and telling more jokes, it was received quite well because they were like, oh, this is great. This is the type of behavior that we want from our friends.
Yep.
So that helped me.
Yeah, that's the best advice I have, is that don't start by doing it around the people who know you the best. That's like going to the gym, putting 3 plates on each side of the bench press, and being like, it's time to get huge.
Yeah.
Like, you need to start lighter. And I think that's a new social circle.
Yeah.
Cool. Hope that you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more like this and have us do more podcasts, we are 100% funded by our generous patrons. And if you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description, and we'll have one pop up on the screen right here so that we can do more podcasts where we have fun conversations and hopefully some deep ones like this. Either way, hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.